Hi designers, this is the last part of our basic to intermediate Grasshopper course. We will develop a concept model with some basic methods like extrusion and repetition. During our second part, we learned how to import CAD drawing into the workspace by using Grasshopper. So I already prepared the 2D drawing that we can work on for this part. From this point on, let's start creating a 3D model. First, I will retrieve one of the layers by using list item command. The flooring layer I can take by using the number 0. Let's connect it to the import command. Now we see the footprint of the building. In this model, we are going to create a two-story building having different values in each floor. So let's extrude this layer on the Z-axis. The height can be 3. Now let's type capitals to have closed boxes. Now I can use list item command again to separate these geometries. To move the upper floor over the top of the ground floor, I need a base point. So let's dewrap the objects. We can use list item command again to take one of the vertices. We can arrange the indices to select the point easy to target like this. We can now copy and paste the same command for the other object. Now we can use move to point command. And here we go. I can now have two floorings under one geometry command. Now, for our first extrusion in this model, I can use custom preview command. Let's assign a shade of gray. Same way, we can learn how to create a staircase based on the 2D drawing. So let's copy the import command and take 3 as the layer number. I want to create a solid surface, then divide that based on the predefined steps. So let's select two parallel lines with list item command. In total, there are 20 lines, so I can keep the range of the number slider between 0 to 20. Let's use loft command now and we can see the surface. Then we can extrude all of the lines on the Z-axis to create our cutters. Let's use the split wrap multiple command. If I preview off the other commands, the visibility will be better. Now let's use move command to create the steps. As the height of the floor are 3 units or meters, I will use 3 for extrusion factor. Now, as we can guess, each step should be individually extruded. For that, let's first divide them into the number of the steps, which is 16. Now we can use series for our approach. The count will be the same as the number of the steps. Then we need to multiply these series with our division, which define the height of the steps. Then let's take the results as inputs for our extrusion factor. There we go. If we change the start of the series to 1, the stair will match correctly. Then we can extrude these surfaces with the rise of the steps on the negative side on the z-axis. Finally, we can create a structure on the side of the staircase. For that, let's deconstruct the staircase. We need some vertices to create lines among them. As each step overlaps, some of the edges are doubled at the same position. To remove them, we can use Remove Duplicate Lines command. This command is a part of an extension called TT Toolbox, which you can download online freely. If we flatten the list, we can see the reduced list as an output. So we can use again list item command to retrieve some of the lines that we need. After making our selection, we can type endpoints command. Let's quickly check which end we need by linking these points. So we can create a line based on these points. So I will use directly two of the existing lines to connect on the edges. Let's find them in the list item command. We can now join the selected lines. And to give it a thickness, let's use offset curve command. The offset distance can be something like 2 centimeters. Now we can extrude this polyline. We can extrude it on the negative z-axis. The extrusion factor can be the rise of the steps. But as it seems a bit short, we can multiply it by 2. Now let's use capos x command. We can use the same custom preview option for the staircase. And this was the first section of the part 5. Let's continue with the last section to create the surrounding environment of this building.